Yeah, so welcome back to the Sorta Brothers podcast. What episode is this?
41.
41. Earlier this week, I was scrolling on Instagram like I normally am.
Yep.
Came across a social media account that I thought was a bit interesting, I guess you could say.
Okay.
I feel like we come across that a lot, like these days. But anyway, so was scrolling on Instagram, and all of a sudden, this account. Well, are you good there?
Thought I had to sneeze.
Okay. Well, we're back. Scrolling on Instagram, and I scrolled across this guy's page. His name's John from John Breaks Bad News.
John Breaks Bad News.
Yeah. So let's roll call really quick. Or roll call. Let's
Here.
Let's Megan. So this guy just like let's play it out. So
Yeah.
I'm John from John Breaks Bad News. Your name is Phil, and you don't know who I am. I'm going to call you, but you don't know who I am. You don't know what's going on. This is just a like random caller ID.
Yeah.
Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring.
I don't know that number. No, decline. I'm not getting spam today.
Okay, he calls again. Ring, 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 ring.
Oh, they're
ring.
calling again. All right, I'll check it out.
All right, ring, ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, is this Phil?
This is she. May I ask who's calling?
This is John from John Breaks Bad News. I'm calling on behalf of Marissa.
I don't think I know a Marissa.
Okay, well, Marissa is breaking up with you. So,
Marissa, my girlfriend.
Yeah.
That
Marissa.
Marissa.
Marissa's breaking up with you. Like, how does that make you feel? Are you?
Oh, no.
Are you okay? Or
Is this spam? Did
No,
Marissa
so-
set you up to this? She told me she might do a joke like this.
no? So Marissa actually paid me money to then for you to be on my show. I then called you to break you bad news. Again, I am John from John Breaks Bad News.
Is this like a radio show?
Sort of like TikTok podcast kind of vibes, but
Is this like second date update? Is this because I peed in her bed?
maybe Phil. Maybe
I told
like
her
Marissa's-
that was a joke and an accident.
Wait, Phil, was it a joke or was it an accident?
it was a joke and
Phil,
an accident.
be honest with me.
I just woke up. Listen, John. Do you ever just like wake up in the middle?
Okay. Anyway, this guy literally is named John. Like he just
hung up.
It's so funny because he like constantly will just say, "Oh, and this is John from John Breaks Bad News." He just constantly like plugs his like title, but dude, I just like went on a like rabbit hole down this guy's page. He literally just has people pay him to break bad news, and it's so.
Is it
funny,
usually
dude.
breakups or is it like health issues? And
I saw one thing was just like a health issue, or it's not a health issue, a breakup. And then I can look up some videos, but dude, the dude is hilarious, and it was like random stuff. I saw like a decent amount of breakups, but I'm trying to think of other examples. There were all kinds of stuff, but he hasn't been doing it for crazy long. It was like 20 or so videos down.
that'd be an
like his
awful
first one.
job.
I think
Wait
he
till
enjoys
like
it.
doctors start hiring him out.
I think he enjoys it. I mean, I think it's more like, there was one where he called this guy, and it was like, you could tell it was like some dude in college. He was like at a party when he called him, like you can hear like music bumping in the back. He's like, "Hey, is this like," I don't remember the name. It was like, "Is this Steven?" And he was like, "Yeah, who is this? How'd you get my number?" And he's like, "Hey, this is John from John Breaks Bad News. I just wanted to call you that your buddy Brad just wanted to break the news to you that he ate all your gummies." And he was like, "Wait, no, I'm gonna keep you on the phone." And you hear rustling. He's like, "What the heck? He ate my gummies." It's like all this random stuff. So yeah, shout out to John from John Breaks Bad News.
Yeah, shout out.
Sounds like
Maybe
a pretty cool
maybe
guy.
we'll have him on the pod. What kind of following does he have?
Oh, I don't know. Let me look him up.
If John calls you and breaks bad news,
I would honestly be okay with it.
would you go give him a follow?
Yeah, I'd give him a follow.
Yeah, even if he was just like, love of your life, found somebody else.
Then I'd be like, John, thanks for taking the time out of your day to
You're just like, is there an underscore? I can't find you.
John from Yep.
Wait, let me guess. Following.
Okay, guess the
How many
following.
posts do you have?
It doesn't tell you.
Doesn't tell you.
It doesn't tell you on TikTok how many posts you have.
Oh, it's TikTok. Oh, well, I don't have that good of a reference. I'm going to guess 55K.
I go way up.
He's higher? 700K.
Whoa, that was a huge jump.
You said way.
Okay, well, it's like
400K.
it's pretty close. It's 375.4K followers.
All right, nice.
Okay, this is. Let me show you a quick little video here.
All right, let's get it.
I don't know which one this is, so.
Hi, is this Bradley?
Yes, it is.
This is John from John Breaks Bad News. I have some bad news from your mom, Danielle.
I don't know which one this is.
Okay.
She is selling the house, and you got to find a new place to live.
All right.
Yeah, she wants you to pack your stuff and get the.
We'll believe that. We'll believe that. Megan, hit the bleep. Did you
John-
hit the bleep button there?
Sorry, I was not ready for that.
You're good.
JBBN got
did,
a
actually.
potty mouth.
I did after the fact.
That's funny. Maybe if we ever got so big, we could do something like that. Hey, call in. You know, we'll tell your loved ones or something, like some bad news or something.
What if we were?
Tell them your secret.
What if we
we'll
were
call
good
your
news?
family We'll call your family member. You can tell us a secret. We'll call them. Tell them the secret, but not tell them which family member it is.
Ooh, anonymous. What's the title?
So
for
they
that?
just know there's some kind of gossip in
Yeah.
the family.
An anonymous like secrets. Like, what's a good title for that?
Family Matters.
No, we're
Wait.
not
Has
Drake.
that been taken? Drake. You know, it was like a show.
Yeah, but Drake also has a song called Family Matters.
Probably referencing the show.
Wait, so you're saying that it would be anonymous, but yet they know you're supposed to tell their
this is Justin Blake
family?
from the Store Brothers podcast.
I'd be like,
and
one of
we
your-
are talking. We're like, we have a secret from one of your family members. You don't know who it is. I don't even know who it is. Like, we don't even know who it is. It
Yeah,
was
but I
sent
feel
to
like
us
it'd be pretty easy to figure out.
anonymously.
Yeah.
No, but
Hey,
it's-
just want to let you know one of your kids is moving to Texas. We will see you later.
no, it'd have to be like stuff like so and so thinks you need to change in this area.
Oh, bro, we were just watching that. That's like a truth box. We were just
Oh.
watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Have you heard of this?
No,
Drama through the roof. If you're into that thing,
not
you'll
into
love
that.
it.
But they did a truth box.
All these girls went on this like getaway together. It's just these like moms that make these TikToks and they're all like crazy dramatic. They went away, they did a truth box, and it was like you could write anonymously things in there, and then girls were just like,
Anonymous questions, but it was them just like throwing shade at each other.
Yeah,
yeah, and
I
then some
can't
of them
handle
just
this.
ended up being like, Taylor's a trashy girl, and then they would find out exactly who said it, and then they would just argue the whole time.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Can't
did
take
you
that.
really say that she
Truth.
was white trash? Or
And it's
something like that.
Dun dun.
Yeah,
And it goes commercial break.
yeah,
And then they just scream at
You
each
guys
other.
know 90 Day Fiance, the show?
yeah.
Dude, I cannot stand that show. And 9 times out of 10, you know, like randomly, or I don't know, maybe it's not random, but when I turn on our TV, you have to get to the YouTube TV app because that's the subscription service we pay for. But before that, there's like some sort of like cable, I guess, that's still on, but it's only like a few channels.
Yeah, and it's always like airport drug bust shows. And
Yes,
stuff.
dude. It's
Yeah.
like random stuff like that. And so that stuff is weird on its own. But I'm saying now, and I don't know like why it happens or what, but now like when I go into YouTube TV, 90 Day Fiance is just the default. And it's the most annoying thing.
Really? That's like the free show.
I guess. I don't know. It's like so. I know people like that show. I just can't take it. It's literally the same.
Isn't that where the memed guy came from that has no neck?
Yes.
Yes. Dude.
What's that guy's
Dude,
name?
it's shoot,
It's
what
like
is it?
Head and Shoulders sponsor this
it
man.
Ed?
That's what all of them
Yes,
say.
it's Ed.
Ed, yeah.
She's like, It's like this Korean girl saying that he's fat and he smells, and he's like, I don't know what you're saying, but I hope it's I love you.
Dude, how long ago was that meme? Like 2-3 years ago?
Oh,
He's
longer
still
than
on
that.
the show.
On the show,
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
like trying to find a fiance.
That's what's so bad about the show.
So
Dude,
he just stays there until a foreign lady will.
no, they all do. They just keep them on there and like walk through their marriage life. Even if they got married, they're just like they.
Oh, so is he still with that girl?
I have no clue. I don't follow it. I just see it on default, and it'll just be the same people that's been on there for years, dude. It's insane.
Dang, I didn't know that. Some of those shows are tough.
Like that's just their life now, and it's like you're just trying to put every like ounce of drama.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah. What'd you do this week? You guys went to a concert?
Yeah, Megan and I did. Went to go see Benson Boone, but we didn't have tickets.
Yeah.
But it was kind of, as
Kind
Megan
of
would
better.
say,
The vibe.
So
I said it like 5 times.
I know. I was like, oh, she's we're just like the middle-aged.
You weren't there. How
Mom-
do you know?
Because I said, how's it going? And you texted me, this is the vibe.
No, but
And then
also
you said it
He
again.
said that 3 times
Yes.
to me.
Yeah,
in
and then
person.
Justice came
Oh,
over to
wow.
work out, and he said, Megan said it was the vibe. And I said, is that like her thing now?
apparently it is because we were sitting there and it was just, I had to say it because it was just like,
We were
this
eating.
is
couldn't
awesome.
not.
We were
Yeah.
eating a huge brownie with ice cream on it. We were sharing
Sitting
it.
down.
Sitting down.
I heard you almost didn't order the brownie.
There was it was Blue Hour and
Blue Hour?
That's a photography
Benson
thing.
Boone was singing
What is Blue Hour?
It's when the werewolves come out.
when
I've heard of Golden Hour.
you don't know what Blue Hour is.
No, I know what Golden Hour
So
is.
Blue Hour is directly after Golden Hour. It's when the sun goes down and then there's hues of blue in
What's
the
after
sky.
Oh.
Blue Hour?
Yeah, I hadn't heard of
Black
that.
Night.
Black Hour.
So it was Blue Hour apparently.
Okay.
But
But
yeah, what's the whole thing with the brownie? I know what you're talking about, but I want to see how you explain it.
Well, basically, long story short, we ate outside at a restaurant where we could see the concert, which in my opinion was even better because then we weren't in the crowds of people and I'm really short and it was standing like only in general admission. And so it was better. But we were like, we could order something else so that we can sit here longer and it's not like we're just sitting here. And so they brought us the dessert menu and Justice said, well, I would have ordered something if there was just like a brownie and ice cream. And I look at the menu and there's literally a brownie with ice cream on the menu. And I just point at it. And he says, well, no, that says brownie a la mode.
I was like, too fancy, too fancy, too fancy.
He's like, that's too fancy. And I said, that literally just means with ice cream.
Why the heck you gotta put a la mode in front of something if it just means with ice cream? If I'm gonna order brownie a la mode, why can't I just why doesn't it just say brownie with ice cream? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like
But like comes with
uncultured.
ice cream.
Huh?
Have you ever heard like a la carte?
I mean, I feel like I've heard of that, but I don't like. I couldn't tell you like an example. I don't know.
What is that?
Like a la
what
carte
lang-
would just
what is
be
that
like.
from?
But like,
why
why
do we
is
say
this?
that?
Why is this on a?
Why do we say a lot of things?
Why did I go to a place where on Google Maps it called it bar food, and then
They're speaking French to me.
it was literally I was getting told, "Would you like a brownie with a la mode?"
It's not with a la mode. A la mode is not like foreign for ice cream.
So it's brownie a la mode.
It would be like a la mode would be like that. It includes the side,
So how do you
right?
say it?
Huh?
So I said it right. Brownie.
No, you said it right. I'm just saying the meaning. Like a la mode doesn't translate to with ice cream.
Oh, I don't know. That's
It's
what
just
Megan told
like
me.
that. It include like a la
Yeah, it
mode
does
versus
not translate to that.
a la mode versus a la
Okay.
carte would be like, so if you go to like a steakhouse and they say the steak is a la carte, right? It like wouldn't come with your potato and salad.
It doesn't come with it.
Okay, well,
If
why
you go
did-
and it's a
why
la
did
mode,
Megan
it would.
just act like I was stupid then when I said I didn't know if it was ice cream. She said that literally just means with ice cream. She literally just
She might have
straight
thought
up
that.
told me
She might have thought
with
that.
ice cream. That means with.
Did you
ice
think it
cream.
translated to with ice cream?
I didn't. I don't know what it translates to, but I know that every time I've seen a la mode,
Okay.
it means with
But
ice cream.
You can see why I would think that because she's like, "Are you kidding me?" And then grabs the menu and is like, "That literally means with
And
ice
it had
cream."
a picture of a brownie with ice cream on it.
First of all, it was so small.
Oh wait. Well, I might be wrong.
What?
What do you mean?
Topped
not
with
wrong.
ice cream. As an adverb, a la mode means something is served with ice cream on top or on the side.
Yeah, but it's from it's a French phrase.
Comes
that
from the
does
French
not
phrase
mean-
a la mode, which literally translates to according to the fashion.
Yeah, see, it doesn't mean ice
According
cream.
to the fashion.
A la mode. Like it's
you
served
like-
how it was originally intended
Would you like
to.
a brownie according to fashion? And
Yeah.
you're like, so that means with ice cream? Doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah,
I'm in
but
America.
yeah.
Didn't know I had to speak French to order a brownie with ice cream.
I think that's fair.
And then a la carte means
Without ice cream.
buy on the card or
On your own card. Anyway, the
according to the
concert
menu.
was very good, though. I've been a fan of Benson Boone for a while, so it was fun to hear some of his songs live. Sounded pretty insane.
Yeah. He's good.
yeah, he was super
And
good.
it was really cool because like we could hear perfectly fine, and we were just outside of the venue, but it's just such an open
Yeah.
outdoor venue that it worked, and we could
Yeah.
still see the screens and everything. It was cool.
And we paid for dinner. We didn't even have to pay for a ticket.
Although I did
it was an expensive ticket.
get an expensive dinner, I was like, yeah, we were laughing about that because I don't know. I was telling Megan, I was like, whenever I go to places like this, I love a good like barbecue burger, and I feel like everyone kind of does theirs slightly different. So I like normally get that, but I was like, I'm gonna try like something different. And like the only thing for some reason that was like kind of sounding good other than the barbecue burger was like this pork chop meal. And I was like, I don't know the last time I got like a nice pork chop because like I don't know, I just always have it at the house occasionally, but never at restaurants. Dude, I ordered this thing. It was $28, but it was a legit pork chop. I was like,
good?
let's go.
Bone in.
Yeah,
We'll have
it
to go
was
up to
fun.
the club. Actually,
Yes, I
don't-
told him.
That's what Megan
I
said.
don't love
told
their
him.
food, but the pork chop is like the best pork chop I think.
Yeah, that's what Megan said. But yeah, that pork chop was very good. I don't normally have pork chops.
Yeah.
It's not super interesting for a podcast, but
Yeah, we could
Hey.
go. We could
Pork
go.
chops are good sometimes.
pork chops. Yeah, pork chops.
We went to a concert then. After
Oh
that.
yeah,
That's right,
that
you
was
guys
also
did.
this week.
Bro.
I'm a concert fiend this week.
Yeah, I'm a driving fiend.
That was insane.
We went to Nashville in a day. So we left at like a little after noon, drove to Nashville, ate.
Yeah, you guys left late to do a Nashville day trip.
Well, it was just for the concert, really. So I was like,
Well,
the
and
concert.
because of Evelyn, we had to like make sure people could watch her. And
Yeah, and we had like a VIP thing. So it was like the doors open for the VIP thing, or like the check-in for that is 5:30 to 6. But there's a time change, so it helped us on the way, hurt us on the way back. So
Right.
we left at 12, which was 11 there. So then we ended up getting there around 3. Probably later than that because we stopped for
3:30,
lunch,
yeah.
3 to 4. And then we hung out for a minute, grabbed a coffee. Parked like downtown, dude. They charged me almost $4 per 15 minutes. Paid like $30 for this lot, and we just got a coffee and ate at a Mexican restaurant. Went back. I was
Jeez.
like, sheesh. But no, we check in. It's like a VIP thing. He does like a private show where
Dang.
you could request. So for like a small group, they did VIP.
How many people?
15?
15, yeah.
And you could like where you could talk to him. He did like Q&A stuff, and then you could request songs, and then he like hung out and talked and did pictures and whatever. And so that was cool. There was also a guy there who was smoking weed the whole time, like blowing it. I mean, into
But not necessarily the guy you would think would be smoking.
No, he was probably mid 40s to maybe 50 years old, and he was just like chill. But he was like, I don't know if it was a first date or what.
You thought it was a first date?
No, I don't. I said I don't know, but he was like trying to be very cool. Like he would just like hold his drink like this, and then it was like, does anybody have any? Like he was just like super chill, and they were like, does anybody have any requests? And he was just like, how about a little Bad Desire? Like he would just say it like that. And then Noah would like sing this song and kill it. And he was just like, you know how there's like 1 second of silence. He finished singing to applause. Mm-hmm. In that second, he would just go, all right.
He said something between every song. It was either that or he goes, okay.
Yeah, it was like the most chachi thing.
Like the first time he did it, he was like, yeah, or something like that. And I was like, okay, yeah, give him some verbal approval because there's only like 15 of us in the room. But then he was doing it like after every song.
Yeah. It was a lot. It was him trying to be cool. We were enjoying it. Then there was like a family up front the stage that was like crazy super fans. Like weird. He was like, he came on stage and he's like, hey, thanks for coming early to the show. Like, I'm going to play a few songs for you guys. Then he was like, does anyone have any and like when he started saying request, a guy was like, God, don't talk to strangers
Like
anymore.
screamed
like
a song.
screamed out like some song of his.
I feel like
He
that
was like,
vibe's kind of
okay.
weird.
Yeah.
Like I feel like no, I'm not saying like that guy's vibe. I'm saying like the private room of 15 people. I mean, I don't think it always is weird, but I feel like that's like a kind of like slightly a recipe where like you could have a like more weird than like not weird.
Yeah, potentially.
Like going around to different cities. Like I feel like
Well, yeah, I
especially
feel
as
like anybody
the
that does
artist.
VI like sells a VIP
But then the
package like
guy-
where you meet people, you can run
when
into
they
that.
met
Yeah, but
him,
that's not just meeting. He's literally doing a private show.
Yeah, but they
And
also
like were you
met
guys like
him.
from like you guys were like probably right close to him?
Oh yeah, we were
Yeah,
closer than
I mean-
like me and Megan probably.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And so he's just like how long was it?
30
Not that
minutes.
long.
Yeah, but still he's like chilling in that private room for 30 minutes. Like
Yeah,
If it's
but
just,
the
like,
guy
super
then
weird,
we were
yeah.
like watching them when he like came down. Everybody was hanging out and they were talking, and he was like, "Check this out!" And he like got a tattoo, and I guess
It was fresh.
because Noah lives in Nashville, and I think his wife does tattoos, and we were thinking. I think he said he like specially booked Noah's wife to do his tattoo, and then was like asking if she was gonna be there that night and stuff. And like you could tell
Well,
Noah
it
did
was
not know.
it was like a tattoo like based on a song or something.
Yeah, so
Like it was a
just
tattoo,
like,
and I mean, like his hair was all shaved and it was red. Like it was like I
Ink
think he
was,
said
like,
he got it
super
done
dark.
like the day before.
yeah,
Jeez.
I don't know.
We were joking and we were like, "Oh," he's like, "I put my Band-Aid back on after this."
Yeah, but no. So then that was like that ended at like 6:55 or something,
Mm-hmm.
and the ticket said the show started at 7, which was really 8 at home,
right?
and we had a 4-hour drive.
yeah.
And I'm bad at
long
night
day.
driving, so I'm just thinking like doing the math in my head.
Bad
about
at
time,
night driving. What is bad at night driving?
like I can't stay awake,
Blake falls asleep immediately.
and so we'll get to that.
Just gonna brush by that.
And so, but anyway, so I'm thinking that whatever. Then it hits 7:01. I'm like, I'm clicking on like more details, whatever. We're standing at the stage, and Taylor went out to buy a shirt, and she's like, and the room was still like empty, maybe 20 people in there at this point, and it said the show was sold out. And we're like, huh? And Taylor's like, the merch person's still not there. I have no idea what's going on. We're like, okay, that's weird. And then I look at the ticket, more details. It's like doors open at 7, show starts at 8, which is 9 at home. And we were like, oh no. So, and then like a camera guy was talking to us and he's like, yeah, he'll play for like 90 minutes. And so whatever. So yeah, we stood there for an hour. Show started like pretty on time at 8. He played for basically an hour and a half. And then we walked to the car at like 9:30. And bro, I was trying to keep the vibes high, but I was
no, you weren't.
at first. I was fighting demons on the way back.
No. So for the first hour,
I've
Blake
just
was
listened
like,
to songs
fine.
that make me want to cry. I hop in a car and gotta
Gosh,
go
why?
drive for 4
you
hours.
do listen to
No, I
mean at the
depressing
concert.
songs. Yeah, that too. He does. Play
I'm saying I'm
depressing
just
songs.
in a very mellow vibe, and now I have to drive
No, and then
home from Nashville at night.
he starts fading fast. So I start trying to talk to him, like, we got to talk. We got to keep you awake. He straight up just looks at me and says, don't talk to me. He says, I have to focus. And I'm like, no,
that's
that's
how
going to
you
make you
fall
fall
asleep,
asleep even faster.
Dude, I was like this.
Won't talk to me. So then Taylor and I were like, somebody else can drive. And I was like, I'll drive. He refuses to pull
They
off.
say this like
let
3
someone
hours
else
in. I've
drive.
been going to war for the last 2 hours already.
Refuses.
3 hours in.
Yeah, y'all said you could drive at like the
No.
Jordan would fall asleep in the back and then just go, if you need me, let me know. We'll stop and I'll get an energy drink. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just not gonna be like, I need you. Like, let's go buy you a drink. I'm just trying to like.
Would
No,
that
but
hurt
then
your
he
pride
also-
or something?
I guess.
He bought an energy, but he bought an energy drink.
So did I. And then he said, I down my energy drink. No, here. So we stop at Bucky's and wherever.
And that Blake started fading
It's
fast after
midnight.
that.
Down a huge brisket
Brisket.
sandwich.
I wanted it so bad.
It
was so good.
It was midnight, dude. I ate a big cup of fruit, buffalo pretzel chips, a brisket sandwich, and an energy drink.
That sounds so nasty.
and
split
the
the
vibes
brisket.
were back.
Leave it to Bucky's to freaking get
I'm like,
you to
imagine being the guy
buy that.
working at Bucky's at midnight, still making brisket sandwiches.
There was
We were
making
like in a
25
small.
an hour.
It was
Have you
midnight.
heard about that?
We
I
were
have.
we were in a line, a small line to get a brisket
Dude,
sandwich at midnight, and everyone around us was like 400 pounds, literally in that line. And I was like, oh
That's so
no.
true.
But
There
I
was
was like,
one man that was 400 pounds. The rest
okay.
were normal size.
Rest were 3 something.
Yeah, if there were multiple 400-pound people. That's like a
It was just like
crazy stat line.
ate it before we walked back to the car. It was like hungry for
We were
so
standing
hungry.
out at the gas pump and we like downed it.
Get back in the car.
yeah,
the
you're
vibes are
good.
high. I'm like sipping down the energy drink. Dude, as soon as I basically finish the energy drink, I'm crashed again. Jordan is just like this in the back. And then he'll wake up when I start to swerve and he's like,
When you start to swerve,
he would wake up and go, if you need me to drive, I can drink this energy drink or you can have this one too. I'm like, I can't drink 2 energy drinks at 1 a.m. now. And yeah, it got pretty bad there for a little
Yeah,
bit.
and then we were like he didn't want us to talk to him. And I'm like, we have to talk to you. Let us drive. Wouldn't pull off, wouldn't let us drive. And so then Taylor just starts asking like conversation starter questions.
This
that
is
are-
all a blur to me.
that
I
are
was
just like,
was like
what's
basi-
your favorite thing about yourself? And she asked that, and Blake is literally sitting there like this, and he goes, I don't know.
I would that would actually be awful if someone asked me that. Freaking in that.
And then but then it was just like random stuff, like what's your favorite food? What's whatever. Like we're just like trying to talk. And Taylor and I got extremely slap happy at that point, and we were like, we can drive, and he would not.
One time after this just reminded me because you were saying trying to keep the vibes high. When I went to actually I don't know if I already talked about this on the podcast. I don't know.
Tell us.
When we were when I went to that Brandon Lake and Phil Wickham concert like a month or 2 ago, we got into the parking garage after the concert and there was already a line wrapped
That's my least
around the
favorite thing.
entire garage. And so instead of like beeping at people and trying to just back into cars to get out, we just rolled all the windows down and just like maxed out the volume on my buddy's car. And we just basically did karaoke and cars in the lines would start to freaking sing along. And we were just raging and it was like random music. And, eventually we were like going for so long that I was like, Bryce, we should probably try to, it was my buddy Bryce. He's like, we should probably try to like get in line. And I like turned around and there were like these like, there were like some girls in the car, like just behind us. And there was a car behind us and the car behind us started to move. And I was like, hey, let us out. And they like backed up. But it was like, because they were vibing with our music, they like let us out.
They paused for a second.
Yeah, I was like, but it was funny.
That's the word. I hate parking garages for that reason. That like half
Yeah,
the
it
time,
sucks.
half the time when I'm parking in a parking garage, most of the time it's for an event of some sort.
So,
And so like usually there's a lot of people leaving at the same time, and then you're like being stuck in traffic in a parking garage like
yeah.
gives me anxiety
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you can't go anywhere.
We even kept doing the karaoke once we got in line, and then people started filming us. Like we would look out, people would just like these kids on their phones and like. But it was honestly like a vibe. I was like, we're just like being ourselves, ripping it. But
Yeah.
We're gonna
for
go
sure.
viral
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking that.
on
but
some middle schoolers TikTok.
wasn't thinking that, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I went golfing today down in Louisville.
Cool.
It was a vibe. We
I played
walked-
tennis yesterday in Cincinnati.
Nice.
With who?
It's a really good podcast.
I was gonna say more about it, but then you changed the subject. But no, we were walking with caddies, and I had this guy. He said he was like 74 or 76. His name was Kevin, and he was just
Checks
like
out.
super quirky. And we were just like talking for a while, and he was like, I was like, Kevin, are you married? And he was like, not yet.
Not yet.
He's 76. He's never been married.
Hey. Golden Bachelor, baby.
And we were like, any kids? He's like, not yet, or something.
Okay, you can't.
And he
can't
was
Golden
just like,
Bachelor that.
and Dad was just like, oh, okay. Or Dad said something, and then he was just like, oh, that was just a bad joke. Like, whatever. But he would literally, I mean, super nice guy, but he like was just like funny, quirky, or whatever. Dude. We would all be like putting. He would help me.
Building this tension.
He would help
this
me.
Better be good.
He would help me read the putt, and then he would just like step off on the fringe of the green and just rip farts.
That took the weirdest turn. You're like, we went
Like
down to
audible?
this prestigious Valhalla.
Yes, audible farts. I was standing because somebody else was putting, and I was standing. I was kind of close to him, and he was over there, and literally just like dry, just
Ew, what the-
just
why
like
are you screaming?
like pushing them out, and I was like, oh, that was.
Would you comment on him?
And he did too. He goes, oh.
Oh, goodness.
He was like, oh man, and I was like, oh, that was a good one, Kevin.
Just don't care.
And then on the next hole, he was like standing over there ripping too, and I just looked over and we locked eyes. Neither one of us said anything, dude. Oh my gosh, it was so funny.
He was in some pain or something.
I don't know
Yeah,
what was
just at
going
that
on.
age, just like rather have relief than like
Then pride.
yeah, than pride. I guess. Yeah, I was trying to think of what
Dignity.
you would rather have.
Imagine being a caddy at a prestigious golf club, and like you get like reviews on you as a caddy. That's like great caddy, can read a putt, but he farted the entire time.
I might miss
Wait,
my
were you
butt
playing
'cause-
with him, or was he your caddy?
He was my caddy. Yeah. So we were reading it. I was just that's why I was like, Kev.
Like I missed my butt because he farted.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
He has like a initial like introduction where he like has to let you know he's like, no, I'm gonna have to let you know I have a problem. Like,
Yeah. Well, I also
Please
felt
don't
bad,
write
dude.
it in your
He was the
review.
because there were 4 of us. So we have 4 caddies out there, and he was the oldest one, and he. I did not think about it, and I had like a heavy golf bag. I had like my big golf bag. I had drinks in the cooler pocket, probably 30 golf balls in the bag, and like all this stuff. And it didn't have like backpack straps, that one strap. And he was, I would walk to my ball and have like most times like a full minute that I would stand there and wait for him to get there.
wait, so y'all walked the entire course?
Yeah.
Jeez,
That's my favorite way to do it.
dude. I don't know why. I've never been like
But like,
fan of that.
you're not carrying your clubs. It was the perfect day, and you're just walking. It was like paradise.
Yeah, I guess if you're not holding, I've never done it where I'm not holding my clubs, but
Yeah. But even if you like, it's nice even if you have a push cart. But this is fun because it feels like the way the game is supposed to be played, and I don't know.
yeah,
It's always fun, and they help you read putts, and they clean your clubs and whatever. But
yeah,
and they help find your ball. So like basically,
that would be nice.
I would
for
like
me.
hit a putt, finish a hole. He would like take my putter, hand me my driver if I need it for the next hole, and he would walk out and he would stand in the fairway. So then we walk to the next tee box. I tee off. He's out there spotting my
How long
ball.
does that take if he's walking like 200 yards out?
I don't know. I mean, they'll walk kind of as you're hitting too. So
Oh, okay.
Like,
So like you're not
it's not
waiting
like-
for him to get out there.
no, it doesn't like hold up pace that much. But
Gotcha.
yeah, it was a good time. What were you saying something, Megan?
But no, I was gonna say, yeah, I played tennis yesterday. You asked who I played with. I just played with one of my buddies, but I was gonna, I was actually gonna bring it up because First of all, like this isn't what I was going to talk about, but first of all, it's just crazy right now. I don't understand. I mean, maybe it's just I'm realizing it more now. I know like Cincinnati is not a great area to play tennis. Like there's just not a ton of courts like around here.
So
But
turn them all into pickleball.
but and that's part of it. But like every time my buddy and I have tried to go play tennis, we have to go to multiple places because the tennis courts that are there are either full or pickleball is being played on the tennis courts. So my buddy goes to UC. Last night we drive up. We both have like, for some reason, we can never play during the day. So we're always having to play at night. That alone shrinks your courts down because now you need lights. So then we're like, okay, we know UC has lights. We know Sawyer Point has lights. Sawyer Point in Cincinnati only has two tennis courts out of the like 20, like
So dumb.
12 it used to have. And they have the temporary pickleball courts on each side of those tennis court nets. So if there's enough pickleball, like people playing, they'll all be playing pickleball on the courts.
Yeah.
Anyway, we drive up UC.
NKU has lights too, I think.
Do they?
Yeah, on their tennis courts.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we drive up to UC. They're all full. It's like all of a sudden there's like a club tennis or something happening. All 6 courts are full. Then we drive to Sawyer Point. We have to like nicely ask some like pickleballers to move down because there was like a court open, but they were playing on the tennis court. They moved down. We're like, okay, this is like chill. We're playing like 45 minutes in, lights just shut off. Then we're like, okay, it's literally 10:30 right now. Like that is not late for like a park with lights. Like why is that? Like why is it getting dark? This girl who doesn't even look like she works for, because there's like a park, like literally there's literal offices like at those courts. Girl comes over just like immediately like upset with us. Like we hadn't done anything, and she was like, you guys have to get out of here. Like I'm locking all the doors, and when these lights shut off, when she was like, when the final light shut off, because like there was like a first switch and then a second switch, and the first switch like turned off all the main lights, but then there was like smaller lights to help people who were on the court get off, I guess, when it's not that dark. And she's like, when these lights turn off, it's gonna be pitch black out here. And I was like, oh, okay, like we can get off. But like we've been there when it's dark before. It's not like you can see.
You're still in the city.
Yeah. Anyway, she ended up kicking us out. We were like super nice and respectful, did everything she said, but she was like practically like shoving us like out the gates. It was insane. We go back to UC. All this to say, this is why I brought up the tennis court stuff. Super random and not even towards that. I just wanted to go on a rant there because how awful that experience was. Apparently, this is so random.
Apparently,
You guys are gonna freaking. This is so off of what I was talking about.
I can't wait.
You can be allergic to cockroaches?
what?
Here's how this came about. That's what I said. I warned you.
So how did I get arrested?
This is
I feel like I'm just
this
taking
is
a back seat here.
this is how this came about. Apparently, University of Cincinnati tennis courts. Apparently, University of Cincinnati tennis courts are like infested with bugs. I probably saw about
Ew.
18 different species of bugs, and they're like big bugs,
cockroaches?
like this big, all over the courts. Anyway, I'm playing with my buddy. He goes, "Oh yeah, I'm allergic to cockroaches." I was like, "That's impossible." We keep playing. Then he's
That's
like,
impossible.
"No, it's a real thing." And I'm like, "Okay, that's insane. Like, are you for real?" And he's like, "I don't really know how." And I was like, "Yeah, how would you be allergic to them?" Anyway, we look it up. It's like, I guess from, I don't know, like the I guess how it's like we can shave or like flakes of skin can fall off our skin. It's like something like that. And then it's like also like their fecal matter. And I'm like, dude, it's just in the air. And he was like, yeah, it just gets in the atmosphere and then I'm allergic to it. And so I'm like,
Bro,
So, like-
I still have whiplash from that transition.
that's what I was saying. I warned you. I tried to warn you.
I thought you were gonna say like the lady told us we had to get off the tennis courts because cockroaches were coming out
I had to warn you, bro.
or something, and it was going to tie in. This was just literally like your buddy while you were playing said something
I had
about
to. Well, I said okay. I literally said it probably 15 times. I said, "This isn't what I'm talking about. I had a bad experience. Let me explain." And then after that, I said, "Let me warn you. Well, now what
That's
I'm
the
getting
first
to
time
is
I
totally
heard it.
different."
That's the first time I heard
You
about
obviously
anything
just
like
weren't
that.
listening because I warned you like 100 times.
So what
Anyway.
you're telling me is that cockroaches have like dander.
Okay,
like
so
pets.
that was my thought because when I asked my friend, I was like, "Okay, how can you be allergic to cockroaches?" He said, "Well, I'm allergic to cats." And I said, "Yeah, cats have dander." I was like,
That's the
"What does
same thing.
What does a cockroach have?" that
Both
he's
start
just-
with C.
That he's just dropping around and that you're just like allergic to. But
Do you have to have hair to have dander?
I thought so.
What is dander?
No, I don't know. You might just have to have skin.
Is it just skin?
What
It might
is?
just be dead skin.
I couldn't define dander.
Yeah,
Is
'cause I
dander
Sounds
dead
like a
skin?
made up word.
No, because I think
Dander might
the
be
like
dead skin.
hairless cats have it.
Dust
I
is
thought
dead
dander.
skin.
I thought dander was like particles on the hair follicles.
Dander is microscopic flakes of dead skin.
There you go. So, well, do cockroaches technically have skin?
I thought that
or
was
is that a
dust.
shell?
I thought that's what dust was.
Dust is like everything. Like,
Yeah, but dander I think is animal specific.
So humans do not have dander; they have dust.
they have dust. What are you talking
From
about?
dusk to dander.
Dust is made up of it, but I don't think
Why
dust
did you
is.
say that? That made no sense to our conversation. You just thinks of an ep title and just says it so that it's said throughout the episode.
I wasn't thinking of ep titles when I said that. I was thinking of scripture.
What?
From dust to dust, but from dust to dander. All right.
Animals without fur, like reptiles
That's
and
all right.
amphibians, do not shed dander.
Hey,
It's only
You got a thought
comes
provoking?
from skin of animals with fur or feathers.
okay, thank you, Megan.
I'm sorry. I was just like, that's actually generally what happened during my week.
That's
it's not super
crazy.
interesting, but
Sorry, I was just learning.
Hey, here's a thought-provoking thing I thought
What's
of
up?
this week. I forget how it came up. I was thinking about like someone committing murder on an elderly person or something. Like a specific example I was thinking of.
Yeah, just something that we think of on the daily.
Do you know where this is going?
no.
Do you think that if you commit murder on a 20-year-old versus a 90-year-old, your sentence should be the same?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Here's what I am curious about. And I think you see where this is going. Should there be some kind of, calculation we can make that's maybe method of murder factored in with estimated time the person had left that determines your sentence? Like if somebody like estimated had 50 years left, but you hit them with your car on accident, maybe that kind of balances out versus if someone who only had 5 years left, but you just ruthlessly murdered them, maybe
They
that's
already
worse.
do. They are. Half of what you're saying is already a thing.
Yeah, that's true. But I think the time aspect is not really a thing.
Yeah, that's obviously not because no one actually knows how much time you have left.
Wow, nice. But you kind of know if somebody's 90, they don't have 15 years left.
They
They could.
What was, isn't like a longest person who ever lived like 100? Well, like
No, like
modern times like 120.
970 or something like that.
Yeah, well, I
Guess
said
you'd
modern
have to-
times.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're
something
right.
like that.
Yeah.
But that's probably not going to happen if you're like, well, they were on the down. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, because who's to say that? Who's to say they were on the downfall?
You're saying that someone's less valuable if they're 90?
Clip that, chat.
I don't know. I thought this would get more
You're
traction.
saying that if someone
Let me
killed
lo-
me...
let me refer
no,
back to
listen,
my
No,
note.
listen. You're saying that if someone killed me
His note probably just
It just says-
his note probably just said wait his note probably just says old people wait his note's probably just like old people less valuable.
Kill somebody and sentence as long as they had left.
Why are all your notes so like you write them like
It's
you're
usually
like
I just write like super.
you're like a first grader. Oh my gosh. That was so predictable.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know that I agree with it, but I don't know that I don't agree with it.
I would say I don't agree with it, and we can clip that.
Quit saying, and we can clip that chat. We
Well,
don't have a chat.
Well, we have-
We
we-
barely have a viewer.
Well, guess what? I clip that, so I can clip that.
No,
That's
so
true.
you're saying
I'll get us viewers right now.
Go for it. Man, we need a little coffee table there.
Now
We can move on from this. I think we figured out the.
What am I
Yeah.
saying, Megan? Interpret.
you're saying that if someone killed Justice, they should get more time in jail than if they killed your mom
Okay. Why would you say my mom?
or
you
my
creep?
mom.
You wouldn't. Why didn't you say? Why would you say justice?
Maybe the
I was
better
just saying
thing.
someone in their 20s versus someone older.
Maybe it's like the sentence is the same for everyone until you get like 95 plus. Then
95.
you would have a
So then it's
reduced
just like
sentence.
once you hit. No, so that
Once you hit 95,
once
your
you
odds for being murdered go way up.
That's what I'm saying. Once you hit,
Now the murderers are hunting you down.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What else you got?
Not that. I don't agree with that. And
Hit me with something thought provoking you thought of this week.
I don't have anything thought provoking. You can't just tell me to freaking off the dome say something. You come loaded and then I don't know.
All right,
I don't have anything specific. Megan, do you have a get to know the bros for us though?
a good one.
I don't know.
I don't know.
See.
This could be disaster.
Well, the thing is, I think I used up all my questions.
Probably hear that.
Megan, does this look weird? Be honest.
What does what look weird?
Does anything look different about me?
No.
Nothing looks different about anything around me or
You put your water bottle between your legs?
that's not it.
I just have a note in here that we never talked about that just says Megan responded, "Love you too," out loud to a voicemail.
What? Also, do you not see the mic?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's a pop.
Oh, sorry. I didn't notice you took the little
I never
cap
brought
off
it up,
right?
but one time Megan and I were just chilling. Like
No, it was a
your-
voicemail from Mom.
your mom called her, she didn't answer, left her a voicemail, and Megan just listening to the voicemail and just goes, "Love you too." And then realized that
That's
your
pretty
mom
funny,
was not
actually.
actually there.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Well, I'm just used. It sounded like she was on the phone, so I just said it back.
Nice.
Justice, what's one thing you want to accomplish this week?
This week,
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn a song on guitar right now.
Guitar. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to branch out.
I took actually, like, this is kind of fun fact. I took a guitar lesson way back in middle school,
Yeah.
and it was like I said a lesson. I took a class. It was like one of those like classes where it was like half the year. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like all year, but I was in there enough, and I was in there every day for like a full semester or whatever. So it was like enough to learn the basics.
Yeah.
So like I've always been able to. Now again, like the transitions from chord to chord aren't great if you don't continue to practice, but like I can play like most songs if I keep it simple because I know like the basic chords.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to
What song is it?
get better. It's a worship song. It's
Which one?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to learn multiple, but one of them is "Son of Suffering," but it's
I don't know if I know that one.
but it's like the more complicated version because again, you can play like really any song like
with chords.
like basically, or not basically, but like more basic than the complex version.
Yeah.
But
Huh.
that one's not crazy hard, but it's hard for me right now because I haven't been practicing. So
Yeah.
anyway, I don't know. What's something you want to learn?
Learn?
Yeah. Or something you want to accomplish. Sorry. I'm trying to learn. That's my accomplishment.
Man, I don't know. Probably just guitar. I'll take guitar too.
Yeah? You got a guitar here?
I do have a guitar.
When's the last time you played it?
Do you ever say things weird? Because I'll say guitar, and then I know people that say guitar.
Guitar.
Wait,
Guitar.
How did you say it?
Guitar.
Guitar.
Guitar. It's guitar.
Megan always picks on me because I say Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, you do say Chick-fil-A weird. You emphasize chick. Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, that's how he said
You
it.
think that's wrong?
Yeah, it's Chick-fil-A.
The A is
Chick-fil-A.
capital, which to me means that's where
And
the
so
emphasis
is the C.
Yeah, but that's because it's the start of the word.
Okay.
So it's Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I agree.
Chick-fil-A. I don't think about it.
But
when I
I've
say
been
it.
Chick-fil-A.
saying it like that sometimes now because he says it like that.
Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. How do you say Chick-fil-A?
He says Chick-fil-A.
No, let him answer. Chick-fil-A. How do you say Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A.
You said it correctly.
There you go.
See, I'm playing mind games with you here. And
How do you say Chuck E. Cheese?
Chuck E. Cheese.
What?
Chuck E. Cheese.
No, okay, now you're just messing with us because
No, it's
you emphasize his Chuck.
E. Cheese.
He knows what he's doing.
3 separate things.
Chuck Edward Cheese.
No, it's Charles
Edward
Edward
Cheeserton.
Cheese.
Of course he knows. Whoa.
Whoa, chill. What do I want to accomplish this week? What's coming up this week?
Not much. There was not much on our calendar.
Not a ton on our calendar.
What do you want to accomplish in life? Let's get deep. I feel like this podcast has been a little up here this episode. Let's get down.
Yeah, let's get really into each
Let's
other.
dive. Let's dive.
What do I want to accomplish in life?
Yeah, like what do you want to
What's a bucket list
What do you want to
item?
do when you
No,
grow
let's
up?
let's narrow it down. Like next
What do you want to do
Before
in the
you're
next 5 years?
30.
Okay.
all right, hit me with it. What?
What do you want to do in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, am I like one thing or like a couple things?
5 years, but let's say like not because I know I'm sure there's things with like family or whatever. Like kind of like it's to like better yourself maybe or
Yeah.
something or like something like guitar, like a skill.
I'll hit you with a few here. In the next 5 years, I'd like to probably have another kid or two. That'd be cool. So just work on being a good
I
dad.
think I said other than family because
other than family?
I figured that one was there.
I think I'd like to continue to, in 5 years, realistically, I'd like to progress in jiu-jitsu. Been into that. So
That's a good goal, yeah.
I think 5 years from now, I think I'll be like, if I stick with it, I'll probably be like a year or two away from black belt.
Holy, is that your goal? Like, do you want to
Like in my life, I'd like to be a jiu-jitsu black belt for sure.
Go. That's cool.
But it's not something you want to rush. Like if I want to earn it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be super cool to have.
Yeah. So, because some people get it just by like time, but I want to actually like develop the skill, you know? So that's one. A lot of my goals would be around family, so that's off the table.
I know that's what I'm
is tough.
saying. Like,
I mean, like my job, I'd like to find new opportunities at work.
nah, that's a boring answer. Give me something good.
All right. I want to just freaking get. I want to do something crazy.
All right, what is it?
Yeah, just like crazy stuff.
Like for yourself. Like if it was only you're the only one in the picture right now. So what skill would you learn if right now, if you had all the time in the world, you didn't have to go to work, you would still get paid? If you had a ton of time, what skill would you
I mean,
learn?
like I always say, an instrument. I've just always had trouble sticking with an instrument for some reason.
Which is kind of like
Like
surprising to me.
I've gone on and off playing guitar.
It's kind of surprising to me
several
because I feel
times.
like you're very, like myself, you can get very obsessive about certain things and then like really grind towards that thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like you'd be better than the average person at sticking with something, which you normally are. But I'm saying,
Yeah,
in terms
I
of
just
an
think
instrument.
something I've realized about myself is sometimes I have like, what do they say? Like my hand in too many pots or whatever.
Gotcha. You're
Like
kind of like
I just think I'm like a little better than average at a lot of things.
I feel like I'm similar in that way.
I'm not like elite at one thing. Like I never went to the CrossFit games. Like I'm not like the best jujitsu guy. I'm not like the best artist or you know what I mean? I just like have passion for a lot of things. I'm not the best golfer, but I just like split my time on all of them and I get better at them, but I'm not like anybody that wants to be on the PGA Tour, like golf is their thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I golf when I can. And if I can't golf and I'm doing jujitsu or hanging out with family, that's okay.
Yeah, but was your
But-
goal ever to? Did you ever think about that?
With golf,
Uh-huh.
no.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So it's
I'm
like,
just saying, but it is a passion of mine. But
Right.
and so are all of these other things. But I never wanted to like sacrifice the other things to try and go like be the best at this thing.
yeah, but that makes sense. And obviously, you have a family now. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just curious because
And
I
some
feel
things
like
I couldn't.
so
The
different.
closest I probably ever got to devoting like all my time to one thing was CrossFit, and like I was just fighting an uphill battle the entire time. I feel like with my height and
Yeah.
everything. But there's guys who are tall and do it. They're just stud athletes, and I just whatever. But I'm just
stud athletes. So did you just call yourself a non-stud athlete?
you tell me, dude.
You tell me.
Tell me something nice. What are your goals next 5 years? How old will you be in 5 years?
In 5
27?
years, I'll be 27. Yeah,
Geez, still younger than me.
that's crazy. Still though,
I'll be 33.
I don't know. In 5 years, I wanna
Find you a
potentially,
lady?
huh?
Find you a lady?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, find me a lady.
Heck yeah.
I think though, right now the main thing is I'm kind of recircling around the idea of like starting my own business again,
Oh, nice.
like creative business.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was like it got kind of thrown on the back burner when I really started looking into it, and I was like, oh shoot, like you really got to like
Some risk involved.
go hard, and there's
Yeah.
like all that risk. Like, I mean, I was prepared to work, and I think I work hard at things I'm passionate about. But at the same time, it was like, I think it kind of scared me at first because when I started looking at like different like just bills and things like that I'm gonna have to eventually get to, and like now I'm looking at needing a new car, that kind of thing. I was like, gosh, it's so like so much simpler to just like get a job with benefits, and then like I don't know, it's just like easier, which is not necessarily what I want. But I think I've been trying to research it more, and like the biggest thing was the business side of it, right? Like I love and I'm passionate about the creative side of it, but like
Yeah.
if you want your business to be successful, you need to have the business side as well.
Got to do the not fun stuff.
Yeah, and so I think that's what initially scared me away. But now that I don't have like some like crazy high end full time job right now, but working in a more like I don't know, it's still like my job's pretty flexible, but like a more typical job where it's just kind of like go to meetings every week and like do that sort of thing. I'm kind of realizing like, gosh, it'd be really nice to like choose projects that you want to work on and like have clients come to you and like do all that. So I don't know, but 5
Yeah.
years, that'd probably be the biggest goal. Cause
Yeah.
I think I'm starting to do it or wanting to do that again.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But yeah, Megan never gave us a question, but I think you kind of
Megan, what's your one
Might
goal
have
in the
been
next
a-
5 years? One thing you want to do?
was that your get to know the bros technically?
I guess we could do
Okay,
that,
well-
depending on if this episode's already super long. I don't know how long we've been going.
Is it long?
No idea. It's an hour.
Yeah, that's not that long. I feel like I've gotten a really good like
Vibe of time.
yeah, since we've been doing this. Like I probably would have guessed like 55 minutes or so, 50 minutes.
Yeah. What's one thing? 5 years.
I have no idea.
That's
I
really
can't
cool.
say have another baby.
This is why we have a podcast. Folks.
Have another baby
I said I can't say have another baby.
if you want.
Maybe have another baby, but also
Hey, let's do
figure out how to be a stay-at-home mom and not feel like I can't handle anything.
What?
Because I feel like
You're just like having trouble picking things up.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Handling things. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Well, I'm
There's
just a person
Yeah.
that needs like a schedule, and like when I was working, it was very like, this is what I had like my to-dos for the day, and this is what I need to do, and I wake up and eat breakfast and work, and it was very like, organized. And then now my day is not organized at all, and it's very like, I don't know how today's gonna look. I know she needs a nap at this time, and that's about it. And so
You feel like you need like a stay-at-home boss?
no,
No?
I think I just need to make a little schedule for myself that I can at least
Just like we can do
have some type
mid-years,
of order.
year-end reviews,
Yeah, that would probably
like
be
performance evaluations, raises.
good. Raises. What does that entail?
I don't know. Figure it out.
We can move on from this. This is getting somewhere else.
Justice, whenever we talk about our marriage, Justice is like, get me out of here.
Yeah, because
Ew.
it's not a marriage podcast. Am
That's
I
true.
right?
He's right. He always. Okay.
Hey, you know what we should do? Wait, I know you weren't prepared for this. I just feel like we need to like.
Frick, I'm nervous.
I feel like we need to like. I don't know. End it on a higher.
You
note.
can get allergic to cockroaches. Be allergic.
Yeah. Let me tell you a 45-minute tennis story just to talk about cockroaches.
Okay. If we're taking,
Hey,
I'm not even gonna
higher
say.
note, vibes.
I'm not gonna say anything.
No,
Wait,
do
what
it.
were you gonna
I
say? We
could
gotta
fire
end on a
back
good
at
note.
you, but
I know.
grab a Lego set out of the room and let's review it.
No,
Quick.
I thought you were
you
gonna
grab
say
one
30
and
se-
I'll
okay, I
tell
will.
you.
30
All right.
second review though. I sit it down.
Be
you hit
careful with it.
What am I reviewing? Am I doing?
freaking mute the producer's mic.
I said be
Okay,
careful.
30-second review. I'm gonna grab one.
I
30
like it.
Okay, dude, you gotta let me explain what we're doing. 30-second review. I'm gonna set it down. Once we set it down, podcast is over. Or once you review it, podcast is over.
I do the review off camera. I'm like, ooh, good choice. So, Mike comes on screen.
Yeah.
I don't know which one to choose.
Wait, do I have like criteria I'm rating off of? Because I only have 30 seconds. I don't know.
What
I'm
was
just gonna
the last time
improv it.
criteria?
Improv it. I think we had like a freaking color clarity cut. Color.
No, it was like
It was like fun, build,
build.
display ability, playability.
Fun build.
Dude, I'm so scared.
She said, "Be careful." When you're like, "I mute your mic," then you probably break the Lego set. Oh, let's go. This one's a vibe.
A little kickstand. And this goes with it, right?
Yeah, it's the helmet. This one's a vibe. This one's a Vespa. Bought it on our first Lego day with Jesse and Ethan. Coaching at 8 a.m. lacrosse practice that morning. Went straight. We did an escape the room. Set the escape room record just for fun on getting out. That escape room was mad easy. Went straight to Kenwood. No, went to First Watch 8. Went to Kenwood, bought Legos. I got this. Went back to the house because I got a Vespa. We watched Disney Pixar's Luca, a vibe. Then we went and got Camperoso pizza. Whole day was a vibe. Episode 41 out.
Wasn't a review of the Legos. just talked about your day.
Should I pop back on? Also the Legos. Great build. Stunning.
Quality color.
Stunning. The contours, the way they really shape the
Playability.
back end of it with the round edges. Gets real thick in the back. You got your light blues, you got your dark blues, you got a little bit a little bit of yellow and green and a little bit of brown. They give you a helmet that goes on no one, but it's kind of it's kind of nice to sometimes. I'll sit it on the seat like maybe he's in the coffee shop or they are in the coffee shop.
Okay. Podcast.
Sometimes I'll hang it on the handle, but it's a vibe. And if I put the kickstand down, it will roll.
Oh.
I really like it. It's got this right here that looks like it's a cover for if you have a spare tire, but really it's just solid brick. There's nothing inside of it.
What
else would you like to know?
F41. That's it.
All
That's
right.
a good review.
See y'all next week.